Now, if you care about what happens to your estate when you pass on, you will leave a will to ensure that what you say and what you write down actually does get executed. But what happens when the executors fail to act on the wishes of the deceased? Financial journalist Maya Fisher-Friends joins us now to give us some insight as well as expertise on this particular topic. You know, Maya, when it comes to the drafting of wills, we often put a lot of focus on that, encouraging people to have a will drawn up. But how often do we actually focus on the executor and who the executor of that will be? Talk to us about what considerations ought to be made when choosing such an important person to execute your will.
Yeah, this is an incredibly important thing that I think came up after I put something on social media around, got so much people's feedback about when the executor fails them. And the executor often can be a bank, for example, and you may get caught up in their sort of admin, and families have been waiting years to get their estates wound up. So I think it is actually a very, very important question. And it's a difficult one to answer because it depends who you have in your life and as support structure. So, for example, you may have a family member that you can really trust, who's financially sussed, and you can make them, even for example, in my will, my husband's my executor, he can then go and appoint an attorney or someone to wind up the estate. So that is one way to do it. But obviously, you may be leaving a loved one who's very upset at the time. They're not in an emotionally good state. So you may want to select your executor beforehand. And there you can select, there are people who, that's what their jobs are. They are executives, they're often attorneys. You can, for example, select a trust company, one of the fiduciary trust companies, to wind up your estate. But you can have those discussions with them up front.